All right, thanks for joining in once again for this week's episode. We have two more players. Number 78, senior defensive lineman Mason Love. Number 1, sophomore running back Tyler Thomas. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Glad to. Let's talk about today the importance of one single play. You know, the game is made up of maybe 100, 120, 130 plays per game. So talk to us about why each one of those plays is so significant to focus on. Mason, start us off.
Anything can go wrong. One play, they can throw it out, catch it, score, and that can kill the mood of the team. Everybody's their spirits just plummet. You can't be having that.
All right, that's good stuff. Tyler, one play.
I feel like one play can change the game, and it also can change the momentum. Like when we played Soldier, we were on punt, and we punted the ball down, and the guy, he bobbled the kick. And then we recovered it, and we were down inside the red zone. So I feel like we could have took that as an advantage and scored off that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, one play flipped the whole field.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good. Coach texted me this framework that you have to talk about one play using the word process as an acronym. So P for play, R review, O for out, meaning flush it out, get rid of it. Call, it's the next play, the next call that you have to make. Eyes to the right spot, single thought, and snap. So of those letters, those things that you have to remember for every single play, in the interim between those plays, Mason, which one do you think has become most significant for you?
Most definitely getting over it, messing up, because it's going to happen. You just can't get caught up on it because you've got another play to go on.
Right. All right. Anything come to mind when you've been able to flush it and move on to the next play successfully?
Most definitely the midfield game.
Okay.
I know personally I had a lot of busts. I'd go in too far, he'd bump out, and they'd run it up another 10 yards.
Okay.
We started talking about it, flushed it. Next play, they widened me out, didn't get outside. They tried to stop running it.
Well, very, very good. That's great. Glad to see that come to life and be successful in that regard. Tyler, what about you? What do you think is most significant?
I feel like your eyes, you have to have your eyes to play football. And you have to have your eyes to see your track and to see the football to catch it.
Okay. When has that come to light for you? When have you seen that in action, the importance of the eyes?
The Soldier game, I should have trusted my eyes on 2 fade balls that I missed. Man, I needed those.
Okay. Let's talk about ones to improve on. Is there one you think moving forward, hey, I need to really focus on this one before every snap?
Focusing on one thought.
Okay.
I've definitely got to get better at that. I'm thinking of too many things at once. My mind gets clouded, and I'm not focused.
All right. Tyler, what about you?
Flushing it. Even though I did drop those 2 fade balls, I got to flush and move on to the next play because my team still needs me.
Okay. Very, very good. We appreciate both of you guys for all that you do, for your role in the team, role in the school and the community. Let's close this out. Look at the camera on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go Wildcats!
Okay, Coach, so we talked with the players earlier about the importance of one play and that process framework that you have for that. Talk to us how that comes to life in the course of a game, maybe especially from this past week.
Yeah, when you look at the midfield game, we go over and early in the game, it just, and a lot of this has to do with midfield. I'm not taking anything away from them. I thought they were, outstanding and played hard, and they have enough players to make, but things nothing went our way. We gave up we got a PI, pass interference that they scored a touchdown, end up scoring on. Then they kick a ball that kind of squibs around, and we just can't get on it, and they recover it. So, that's kind of one of those deals where you have to flush that play and get to the next one. I thought our guys did a great job we ended up holding them there, get the ball back, okay, get to the next play, score a touchdown. Then we have a one play that changed the momentum in the game where we onside kick, Tyler recovers it, and then shortly after that he breaks a long run and scores, and now all of a sudden the score's 14-12. You know, what you worry about is getting hung up in that R in the process, in the review, and thinking, why did this happen? And not fleshing it and letting one play affect the next. And that's what we try to teach with that framework is, you know, every play, and I heard Nick say, this is Nick Saban, not me, but I heard him say every play has a life and history of its own, and that's how you got to play the game, and that's so much truth to that. Had we let all the things that happened early in the game continue to affect us, I don't know that we're able to withstand that and finish the game. And I think that's a maturity thing from our team. I think that's the players buying into that process framework, and I think that's our coaches doing a great job. Because as a coach, you got to do that too. Yeah. You know, and that's hard sometimes to stand on the sideline and stay positive when you're going, everything's going, you know, we can't do anything right now, we're struggling. But, you know, I thought our coach did a good job of staying encouraging, and our players kept communicating, and, you know, we were able to push it out and end up with a big win on the road.
After a home game against Tarrant, now you go on the road to Carbon Hill this week. Talk to us about that matchup and about that game.
Yeah, Carbon Hill is kind of, you know, new coach, DJ Emerson, close friend of mine. We coached together for many years. I think he does a great job. I think those kids will play hard for him. He's one of those guys that's a kid magnet, that the kids, you know, they want to play hard. I know they got some new guys that are out now that haven't played, so a little bit different dynamic. Quarterback's a decent player that can spin it a little bit, throw the ball around. I have a ton of respect for him, and so, you know, it'll be a tough. It's a region game on the road, tough to win. It's tough. I say this all the time. It's tough to win one football game. That's Toy Bowl. There's so many things that go into a football game that can flip the game like that, and so, you know, it's a challenge every week for us, and we're embracing that and doing everything we can to try to continue to get better and grow and win these region games so we can accomplish the goals that we have in terms of playoff.
All right, we'll look forward to that. Close us out.
Go Wildcats.